As I am back to share with you a project that I did for Joolsedesigns with the Daisy Dream Kit. This kit is awesome. I love it. I started filming this video, got it done, and ended up deleting my auto somehow. And so now I'm having to do a voiceover. But anyway, we'll just get started. I was trying to think of a way to use some of the paper that I had left over from the kit, and I like to junk journal, so I thought, put an entry into the junk journal. So here I just cut out a piece of paper, and you'll see me just gluing it to the book for the background. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to put it inside the journal. It's such pretty paper, and daisies are my favorite, so I thought it would make a really pretty page to put some pictures on as we go on vacation. And or if you do go on a vacation or if you have something special going on, it just makes a really nice layout and a nice for a good memory. So here I just stick it on. I fold it because I want to make sure I get it down in the middle of the crease there real well so it doesn't come loose whenever you open and close the page. So here you'll just see me work with it for a few minutes until I can get it in there. Here I just grab my bone folder to kind of crease it down in there, try to get it down in there real good so that it will not come loose. And then just kind of went over it to make sure the glue was sticking. And it's just something about that. When you go over it with the bone folder, it just kind of helps the glue to kind of attach itself to the page. And this is the stuffed envelope that I made for the last project. And I'll try to think of, I was trying to think of a way I could use it in the journal, and I thought it would be cool to glue it to a page. And that way you would have places to put some little memory like menus or things like that into the pocket or pictures, however you want to do it. And you see me, I kind of fiddle around here with it a little bit until I figure out what I'm going to do. I was having a little bit of trouble here with the paper, so I just took the bone folder over it again and kind of went over it again and pressed it in order to get the glue to stick. And you can close the envelope if you wanted to. I chose not to leave it open so that I could put some pictures or tags in. But after watching this, it would be a good idea. You could actually put a magnet or some Velcro and make a little envelope to keep some of your little receipts or special memories that you might have that you would want to stick down in there and keep it closed. And here I was trying to figure out how maybe to add a daisy or something, but I thought it might just been a little too bright for the page. But again, I try a few options here. Okay, and again, I'm just adding some glue to stick it to the page. I went to the left of the page instead of putting it in the middle. For some reason, I always go right for the middle. So I thought I would try to offset it a little bit. For some reason, I have trouble with that. I feel like it's not even, but I thought I would try something different. And I thought it turned out cute. So I was satisfied with that. And again, I just go over it with the bone folder to make sure the glue adheres to the paper. I love those daisies. They are so beautiful. And again, you'll see me play around here trying to figure out which daisy I wanted to use. I went with the yellow because I thought it made it pop a little bit more. The white to me kind of blended in with the background, so I did stick with the yellow one. Sorry I'm out of camera there, guys. I didn't realize it. I think that yellow is so pretty. I had a tough time making up my mind on what I wanted to use because it's just all so pretty. And it was just kind of hard to pick what to use. So you'll see here, I'm kind of going through the paper and off the camera, trying to make up my mind what to do. I had decided to get some fabric and use it for the tag to put in with the tag. And I had the white and the off-white, and I went with the off-white. No, I did not. I went with the white. I apologize. I finally had to get some scissors here and cut that knot. They had that knot pretty tight. I always try to like to save as much as I can, but that was really in there pretty snug. So I had to finally get the scissors. I love this fabric. I like how it kind of frays around the edges. It's just so pretty and it's kind of soft. It adds a little bit of texture and character, I think, to your creation. And you can also use the journal tag, the tag there that I have to journal on. If you have any sweet memories that you want to remember, you can always journal on the back. You can attach a picture. Again, any type of things that you may pick up that you'd want to put on the back of that to keep as well. And the same thing with the card. I just try to leave the backs kind of blank or print it real lightly so that you can write on them in case you want to write something down to remember. I decided I needed a little bit more ink on some spaces that I had, and I had forgot to ink the paper before I glued it down. So I just kind of went back around it a little bit and just added just a little bit of ink, not a lot, to try to make it pop. Guys, this paper is so much fun to work with. She has so many things attached to this kit that you can do, and I just absolutely love it. You can make embellishments, you can make pockets. I mean, it's amazing what all comes in this kit, and they're really fun to work with. She does make sure you have plenty of embellishments and things that go with the paper, which I think is fantastic because sometimes we may get stuff and you don't have a whole lot of embellishments, and her digital creations do have plenty of embellishments and they're gorgeous, and which to me makes it fun to create because you have so much to work with. And here I just kind of stamped a little bit of a script there just real lightly over to try to make it little bit more interest to it. So for some reason, I'm just hooked to that little script stamp. I don't know what my deal is, but it just looks so pretty on those daisies. And again, I'm just adding a little bit of extra ink. And again, like I said, with the envelope, you could always add a magnet or Velcro to kind of keep it shut if you wanted to, if you had some little things you want to put in there. And you still can. I could still actually do that if I wanted to, and I think I might because I really like the idea of that. And here you'll see me inking the postcard. I really love the postcard. The postcards are really nice. I love the way they pop with the paper. Excuse me, guys, I'm sorry. I kind of got something in my throat this evening. And again, I'm just adding a little bit more ink. And again, here I tried several different like daisies, and that just seems I could not get it to look the way I wanted it to. So here you'll see me kind of fidget around with it. And I thought I would cut out these flowers, the little vase of flowers here, and I do end up cutting them out, but they just were a little too bright for the paper for what I was going for. I guess to me it just kind of didn't match. Here I'm putting another tag in with the fabric here. And guys, I just decided to leave all of my thinking and things in the video instead of editing it out. I thought I would just kind of do a real time kind of thing, me trying to make up my mind what I wanted to do. And like I was talking here just a minute ago, you could add pictures, you could do anything with the pockets. Here I was trying to put a picture of my kitty cat that was on Mother's Day that my husband got a picture of. She was so cute, and I was trying to incorporate that in, but it just didn't work. So probably need to print it off a little bit smaller, but I just went ahead and tucked it in and just left it there. And again, I go back to the daisies trying to figure out what I want it to do. And here's where I decided to cut out the vase of flowers. Here I decided to go kind of in between some of the petals because it was just too rounded off, and I wanted a little bit of the daisy flowers with the petals kind of like they were coming out, not just so much in a in a circle like a big cloud or something. I wanted to cut it out to where it actually looked like the flower petals. And I would recommend if you did decide to cut these out to use your smaller scissors. It was a little tough with the big scissors. I finally got it. I went back around because I had missed a few areas to cut that didn't look right, so I had to go back and kind of fussy cut. So here, this is where I was talking. I tried putting it in different places, and I just decided I couldn't get it to look the way I wanted to. So I did just eventually just kind of lay it to the side to use in another project and just left it like it was. I thought it looked good. I didn't want to get too much on there, and so I did just decide to leave it as is. And then as I go, I can add some little things and onto the page as I go, as I add my pictures and things for it. But that is basically that's where I left it, and I was satisfied with it. I thought it turned out really nice. But I just want to thank you guys for stopping by and stay tuned for the next project. And I do encourage you to hop over to Joolsedesigns and check out her store. She's got some really awesome creations, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys again soon.